Ad Astra Abyss.
Boom, booms, and eyes, and boom. Booms and mouth, and I need a.
Let me think. 1600 plus 1600 is 3200. Oh my god, that's at 24. Bro, if I get one more pink coin. Yeah. Close. Close, close, close. If I clear for... I clear all of them from floor 2. Okay. First off, I have to get that's madness. So we're gonna collect. Damn, this shit is like actually moving to collect. Here.
Are you here to play?
Back!
Help protect us. Blink! Life goes on. The more, the merrier. Let me amuse myself a little. The more, the merrier. Let's dance.
These things.
I'll protect us. Go. Let's dance. Life goes on.
things come to those who wait. Whew.
There's flowers.
Smell of treasure. Strange.
How are you doing, Madness?
I wonder when I'll...
Again? Wait, hold on. I don't remember. Is it good now? Cause I didn't even touch it this time. Yep, okay. Where's this flower at? Oh crap. Okay, no, not fighting. Just came back. I just came back. Like I got on like 15ish minutes ago. I'm just collecting some materials because I have not done that in a hot minute.
Benny's adventure
In a hot minute. But I really just need to grind bosses, to be honest with you. For who? I was doing some for Gaming and Queen Shell. And then I started doing some for Chi-Chi. So I really just need to, oh my gosh. I really just need to... grinder bosses, to be honest with you. They're just rough. I can craft too. Okay, so now I just need garments. Yeah. No, I just got back on. I should be alright with these though. For now, I'm gonna go back to the story. All the way. Fontaine. It's right here. I need to get that right there. From school to work. I just got back from work. Are there stairs in here? There is an elevator. There is an elevator. Yeah, I can get that. Oh, this is a restaurant. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh. A bunch of as many recipes as possible. Alright, but I was not trying to find a restaurant. I'm looking for this. I need that. And it's up there. And there should be an elevator somewhere. Come on, there has to be like something somewhere so I can get there. Stairs. Want the elevator? That's what I'm looking for, but that is the restaurant. I have no clue where the elevator is. I don't know if I passed it already. Oh, it's in the middle. The middle? So it should be this. Ooh. My battery. That's the info, right? This high? Yep, okay. I didn't know. I'm just trying to get high enough so I can put in so much just lost. Oh, yes, okay, that's perfect. Virgil, your class off to wait. Whew, okay. Oh wow, there's a lot of underground stuff here. Okay. Okay, but finally. This looks better. Do I have any citrus for it? I don't. Damn. Okay. Well, back to the quest I go. Where is it? It's down there. I'm trying to dive in the water.
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Huh, very good. But let's not let our guard down for now.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, traveler.
Alright. Oh wait. Things to more. It's a very long tunnel. Shit. What up, Death? Oh, I'm under. Yeah, okay, I'm under that one. Well, can get some waypoints if I knew where they were. Oh, there's one. Whoa. Such a classy place for being underground, made of metal.
So, this is your base?
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Your father... He was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right? How did he...
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No. I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic
Oh, this is
forever.
fancy questions from a
And
boy.
as partners, this is
Oh,
something
about,
I hope they can understand.
Corin?
My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Oh no.
Damn.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena. 3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that. How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself. The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Ah, so that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that case.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Demoiselle, please, if there is anything I can do, anything at all.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances at present.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
But how could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Miss Clorand.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him? Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
Miss Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel. You don't have to force yourself to do that.
Afterward, Miss Clorand told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety.
It's her job. She's the opponent for those who choose the duel. So, got you.
Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right, anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was just complaining towards the end. Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
Yeah, Paimon's beat.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly.
Okay, well, let's head to our... Oh, it's in here.
Paimon slept so well. This place feels almost too safe. Huh? Navia? Where did the other two go?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back.
Before? That's what it sounds like.
But never mind that. When did you get back? Were you waiting here the whole time?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vacher.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have a match anywhere. I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But that does prove that this Vacher person is a key witness in the incident.
Does that mean we're too late, though?
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to. And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept. If the Oceanid you met is one of the young women who went missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
So Nervalette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we? Aren't you
I
coming
didn't
along
think it'd be
now?
that easy.
No, it's nothing. Let's
Oh,
go see
no,
the
I thought it
Honorable
was-
Chief Justice.
This Fontaine Supreme Judgment is in the way. Wait, it's up. I'll just travel up. There should be ladders. Yeah. Good luck with him. Yeah, I don't think he'll budge too much. I don't think he will budge. Oh, sorry, I went the wrong way. Just trying to find these ladders. My stamina recharge. Wow. Okay, these are some. I'm just gonna take. Wait, if I'm going up anyway, can't I just
The palais is right up
teleport
ahead.
you?
Come on.
Someone's just. Someone's just climbing forever.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that proves that Nervalette's files are really secure.
Hey,
Yeah,
don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell.
If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy, so please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
Ever.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me now.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Thanks so much.
You have a tail, horns, and wings. Damn, she does, huh? I don't even know.
Please come in.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalette. We only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vacher. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
Alright. Easier than I thought.
Who knew that Neuvillette would be so easy to talk to?
Say hi to your mama.
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vacher has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years. There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Okay. Back. No.
Traveler,
That's
what if it
that.
was really just a dream?
I don't
Is that
think
so?
it was just a dream. That'd be
All right
crazy.
then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette. We'll take our leave now.
Ahem.
Okay. Clear his throat.
Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should. It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel? Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die, despised and hated by all? Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Damn.
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine. Rain. It's raining.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene? That thought has occurred to us before.
Easy, it could've.
We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water and then got washed away with the rain? Yeah. And if that's what had happened, then no one would have
think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots early? All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later? Great, let's go.
Alright. Oh, okay. I don't know how I ended it.
Whoa, what a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may look like a ship, it's actually Spina di Rosula's headquarters. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious past. Paimon was confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's our main base, our home.
Makes sense.
Melus, we're back!
Oh, alright.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners. You said before that you still had some business at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial sea? You still remember, right, Melus? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson. At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
Wait!
Okay.
Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions. And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely dangerous substance. As he oversaw Poisson,
Sounds like
my
it,
father was
geez.
compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and for all.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest of the operation. Recognizing that, My father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince. The man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with... But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
Huh? How did that happen? Aren't they on the same side?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all. Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces of clothing left at the scene. Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now.
Yeah.
Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet. But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired. You're right. We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out. I'm finally headed towards the truth.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with 0 warning. I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth. On that note, however,
I think so as well.
even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as your and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning. Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice. Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise and in line with Boss's wishes to step back and give up on the case.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark. What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by. Nothing has changed. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that. Ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake. For the missing girls, for the victims, and for myself.
Navia.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable, and more importantly, demoiselle, I think you're also ready to take this on.
So you do know something else, Malus?
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the serial disappearances case. But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
What?
Oh, snap.
Boss also
That would
didn't
make
tell
more
you
sense.
that he
That
had
was
been
all wrong,
diagnosed
right?
with a rare illness. The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live. And the serial disappearances case caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. But once he passed away, all the danger would pass on to you.
So he was
Knowing all of
regardless.
this,
Yeah.
he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating evidence for the other side, and even told some members of Spina de Rosula about the details. But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public. If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right, so nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, Demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol, but a sword. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy... Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared?
It's the location where Synth is produced. Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found. But if you want to use it against the enemy, you'll still have to take several things into consideration.
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades. There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside, nor what people we may be able to capture. But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war. The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
Then, in that case, why not work with the
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
Huh. That's true. Seems my father really had no choice. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Malus.
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic investigations, and waiting for the right time to come.
Thank you for all of that, Malus. Have you discovered anything new in the past few years?
Let me think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy must be quite familiar with Spina di Rosula, or at least have an informant planted here. When I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark and observe the reactions of the synth vendors. If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up and fled, however, then someone must have given them the news. After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people. The first is Florent, Spina di Rosula's senior advisor.
Huh?
Okay.
Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most, which also means that he was someone who understood Boss really well. Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, he always knew our upcoming plans and could thus avoid capture this whole time. There's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. Boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence. In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around, with a lot of business connections in the city.
So, they're like a sister organization of Spina di Rosula?
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers, it's a bit difficult to imagine someone using their own money to hunt.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the guards. Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report to the local authorities. Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I see. These are all people who I communicate with quite regularly. To think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been right next to me all along, among those I trust the most.
If you want to investigate them, please take every precaution to not alert the quarry. Judging from our experience, the enemy is extremely cautious.
Of course. And thank you, Malus. You've provided us with a lot of great...
You're too kind, my lady. I'm just doing my duty. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of blame in Jacques' death. After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. They still live in Poisson today. If it might help, you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
Oh, thank you so much, Malus. You really are the best.
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together to uncover the truth.
Okay. So who do I think it is? Wait, first off, claim that. How many do I have? Wow, that's a lot. I can almost do a 40 goal, which is what I'm waiting for.
It is settled, then. Please excuse me, and enjoy your conversation at...
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Malus.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
I do.
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened, I didn't know how I was supposed to face the two of you.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of mura and support. I understood your guilt and apology to be genuine.
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so...
You don't understand at all.
I didn't know how to face you. Because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a I know only the full truth could bring closure to you.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all that guilt. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything. So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
They found out About his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us. I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to. Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callus had always taken great care of us, both when he was still alive. Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense. It is impossible for me to hate him for what he had done.
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy if he did the right thing? Papa always wanted to be a good man, so why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Well, things aren't always as they seem. You still feel like you're...
Yeah, Papa was a really good man. The best in the whole world.
Then you should hold on to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, regardless of whether he left you a parasol or a sword.
Oh.
Thank you for everything you've told me. I will definitely find the truth.
Thank you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is...
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
Okay.
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Florence should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city. I'll get myself together on the way, so please don't worry.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water right in front of us.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic, I'm sure journalists will milk it for all it's worth. And it'll be all the talk for the next several weeks.
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened with my father, it was raining outside, and we found some clothes left at the scene. After my partner here put the dots together for me, I feel like we should try to reopen his case. Can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
Let me think. Mr. Callus was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So, after that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after? My first reaction was that Mr. Callus's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callus was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hand.
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. The guard said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. But I've never really bought that explanation. Reason being, Mr. Callus had left his gun on the table. I even made sure to confirm that before running to the scene. But according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person. About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a third person there?
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. So he would also have no reason to bring an extra gun with him. The gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques. Or a third...
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callus ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys? But hold on. If that's what had happened, then he didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine. And chose instead to... Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
About that, Malus told me a thing or two. So, I think I can... I'll tell you everything once the whole truth has been revealed.
I understand. Then, I'll leave Mr. Callus, and if I may just say one more thing. The whole Callus the Unfaithful. Many people have laughed at me for still calling him Mr. Callus. even after so many years, but it was Mr. Callus's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula. No matter what others might say, he'll always be the man I respect the most.
Don't worry. I will definitely. You and all our other comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well.
Okay. He didn't sound suspicious. Oh. He didn't sound suspicious, but you never know. Where is it? Up or down? I don't know. It's up, down things. Is there stuff underground or stuff? Yeah.
Take the bags, don't eat them all. Unless he don't want some, then y'all can have it. Do you want some, Lito?
Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name for yourself at the Opera House.
Oh, so you've caught news of that already.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the Guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something wrong.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to the city already?
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson. Callus did a fantastic job running the town, building Spina di Rosula from the ground up and clearing many obstructions in my way. It would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly easy but high-paying job in the city. Anyway, enough chit-chat. Are these two friends of yours? You, here for some formal business?
Yes. These two are my partners. What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny's case and my father's may be related. We're trying to reinvestigate the details of my father's old case.
Ah, I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we know people can be dissolved into water, right? I was also flabbergasted when I first heard of it.
Good, I'll be back. That's not weird. I'll be right back. Alright.
If you want to go through the original files from your father's case, I can help you look for them.
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Actually, I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own. Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence for your father's case.
Well, you see, just recently, we were attacked by a horde of unnumbered Gardamex in the city. So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you would need to do is get rid of the mecha serial numbers and send them after me.
That is true.
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatching mecha is very different from controlling them. If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your baggage. If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely. The same goes for me and my Gardamex. Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. There are a lot of complex steps to it, and it's almost impossible to keep it a secret. So I can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though, being in the synth business would definitely be profitable enough to afford this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Oh, well, thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia. Jokes aside, I'd like to wish you all the best with your investigation. I'll be staying in the city for a little while, so just come find me if you need any support from the guards.
Wow.
Hello. How may I help you? I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please let him know? You can just say Navia's looking for him.
Sure. I will let him know right away.
Bless you.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my legs are giving out a bit.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. There's no need to stress. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the Opera House. I'm sure you saw everything too, right?
Yes, I've never seen anything so strange.
Oh, you were at the Opera House too?
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into a whole murder mystery? I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. Quite impressive. To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf, I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits over a few glasses of wine.
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to become the talk of drunkards.
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation. Everyone loves drama and theatrics.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right? The fact that humans can dissolve in water?
Yes. I was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that what you're investigating now?
Exactly. I still don't have much solid proof, but I can sense that the other side has already begun to act.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea. If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here talking to you right now.
Oh, you're giving us too much credit. Wasn't it you who protected us?
Alas, it seems things are heating up again. The peace that Callus sought so dearly will soon become a thing of the past. But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will always remain safe haven for you. If you're scared, you can always return there. If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, the Confrérie of Cabrières will use its funds to the last Mora to bring them to justice.
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But I don't intend to go into hiding. I'm going to strike while the iron's hot. Do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
About that. Sorry, my age is catching up with me, so it'll take me a while to recall my memory. The Confrérie was responsible for that banquet, so I was out and about the whole time making sure things were running smoothly. I didn't even have the time to drink with the guests. Then I heard the sound of a gunshot, and the rest was history.
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself. We'll ask around some more. See if there are any valuable clues elsewhere.
Sounds
He
good.
said gunshot.
Just let me know if you ever need Mora. All my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support. I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
He said gunshot. Maybe his memory is really just bad, but he'd say gunshot. Jesus, my mouth is on fire.
We've talked to all 3 suspects, purely based on their
Hold on.
conversations with
I need
me.
water.
God.
Alright. I guarantee it's her
None of
uncle.
them sounded particularly suspicious.
No, one of them
I
did.
suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's all that's needed to find them out, then my father wouldn't have needed to investigate the case for so many years. Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still compile what we were able to find.
No. He said
Where should we
gunshot.
start?
Singular.
You're right. Flora mentioned that
Uncle
Callis
someone.
probably
I don't
landed
remember
up
his
with
name.
the gun
'cause I-
because of circumstance.
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered, and that he had no choice before he left home that day. If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father. Had he refused...
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just being used as a tool for murder. And once he had completed his mission, he'd be of no more use to his boss.
Huh. So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the Order and seek protection from my father. Makes sense. But without evidence, that's still just a theory. Besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex has been bothering me quite. It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the primordial seawater was revealed.
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead to the end?
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible. But who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex?
Someone with the most more is someone who said gunshot. It's Marcel.
Uncle Marcel?
Yes. He has the money, right?
My father
He's
did
blonde.
really
He has
trust
the money.
him. And they worked together on a large number of
He
projects.
has money, right?
Maybe that's how he got to
And
know
he
Jacques.
said he only heard one gunshot when there was two. So there's no
And with
way
funds from the Confrérie,
it wasn't him.
he could also afford a large number of Gardamex. It's still
Yup.
really hard for me
What
to
up,
imagine,
Death?
though. After all,
Calling
Uncle
you
Marcel has been
Pokemon,
around
bro.
since I was just a child.
He only heard one gunshot and has the
Also,
money.
wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of Mora and energy to fight his own synth business?
Maybe it was like... No way. Oh, really?
Florent? It is true that he was closest to my father, and thus had the best chance of learning about his dealings with Jacques. But as Spina di Rosula's advisor, his work mostly deals with personnel and...
So you're saying he's too...
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would be able to...
Yeah, but then like... Thierry?
Thierry, you say? Huh. It is possible that he's figured out a way to convert the but I didn't feel like he was lying when he was talking to us about the mecha.
Yeah. Had he actually tampered with the mecha, we'd be able to prove it with a sip. If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty...
Who could it be?
Marcel, bro. I think it's Marcel. Let's see. Irrelevant? Alright. Florent, the advisor to the Spina di Rosula, claimed that he was very grateful to Cal for his time at Phil's present at the banquet. He did not carry a gun with him when he went out. Thierry is a person responsible for official contact between the Spina di Rosula and the guys. According to men, only the sufficiently rich can probably go on. Yeah. So Marcel is the leader of the... whatever that says, I can't read it. And was organizer of the banquet years prior. The Confrérie and Spina di Rosula has always maintained a close working relationship. Those recollection of the events, this case is quite faulty. I feel like it's him, bro.
You know?
I'm sorry.
If you think everything through, Uncle Marcel is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these three, did he?
He didn't.
Malus has always been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness has been fair and well considered. When he laid, the suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us, and possesses significant intellect and... Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes. Malus did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky. We need far more solid proof before we can hope—
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking for you.
Huh?
Barry?
Aren't you the guy from the guards? Did something happen?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials? What's so newsworthy
about me?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
Child?
What?
Is
that
do you do?
Someone you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we know
what do you
him.
do?
Maybe even a little too well.
Well,
I swear for your
he's
rope
been
into
accused
this,
of being
bro.
the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. It's absurd, don't you think?
Yes,
Wait,
it's not
how?
him.
None of our investigations have had—
That's what I thought was strange about it, so I came to if the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our planned investigations.
Right. Because they'll think they've already found the culprit.
Yeah. And it'll be a lot harder then to clear Mr. Callus's name.
I understand. Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Since this is a trial about the serial disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on— You're right. This is our best opportunity. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to—
We'll help you, just like you have—
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Alright, let's go.
Malus, Silver, when did—
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson and figured it's our hope that your confidence will be bold.
Thank you so much.
See you then!
Alright, bet. Okay.
Now that Navia has set out for Irenaeus, we should also get going.
Oh, snap. I'm adventuring 44. 44. I'm adventuring 44. We have to go to, like, anywhere. Can I? Wait. Wait. Because I don't have a lot of waypoints. I can get this done real fast. No big deal. Underground? Look. I'm adventuring 44. Hold on. First off, I am balling. Like, I have so many. It's crazy. I can almost do a 30 pull. But, not what I wanted to see. I'm adventuring 44. Okay. One more level, and I can start grinding for talents. And, there's something else. Wait, water? Yep. I never got that? I feel like I did. I could have been wrong. Where exactly am I going? Hold on. Wait a second. Oh, wait, there's a chest back there. Wait a longer second. I use Barbara. Probably stay there. I do not need Barbara for this. But it works. So what's the deal? Barbara. Oh, it's locked. Oh. Also, wait, do I collect these? That's 3, right? Wait, what do I have to do? What exactly am I supposed to do? Get this chest? Seems quite confusing.
I'm fine.
I'm quite confused. Is there like another one somewhere? There is, bruh. I'm over here running around in circles. Get over here. But that was only 2.
Things
What?
are going so smoothly today.
I just have to do this. Got it? Wait. I saw that. Give me a second, wait.
Go, Barbara, go!
Boom. Boom. Alright, this chest thing's taking too long. I do not want to just keep running around. The funny thing is, I only started walking. What's this water thing do in the first place? So weird swimming underwater. Are we zooming? I don't think I can attack. Yeah.
Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production base. It sure doesn't seem out of the ordinary at all.
So Paimon can talk underwater.
You're right. Navia's probably arguing up a...
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial...
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel, in which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorend, right? I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
So he's gonna accept the charges.
Don't you understand? You're currently the prime...
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that...
No. That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly. We have... In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man.
Huh? What's
yes,
going on?
You do. He's
Why
coming
is
in
she
here,
interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior, but that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for...
Oh, please.
That's true.
Did you ever think I had any respect for the... We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue, and if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven in...
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to...
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted.
Yeah,
now then,
yeah.
Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
Da-da-dun. Oh, shit. Oh, all of these are relevant. Based on evidence, who is the true culprit behind the sealed disappearance case? 3 years ago on a rainy... had a gun in his hands as Jacques. No, and Marcel. Yeah. But would it be Marcel? I don't think this makes...
the head of Confrérie of Cabriere!
Huh? What confrérie?
I've heard of them, but weren't they...
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means and if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged.
Yes.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right...
Yo, I really hope that I was
Mr.
right,
Marcel,
cause
you will not
I'm
require
wrong.
an attorney. Is that correct?
I might just put Navi in
Apologies,
jail.
sir. It all just happened so quick. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just...
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived...
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago. To the case only through elucidating what really happened in that case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on.
I do.
Why
You
would I
said
do
gunshot.
that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's...
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Alright, Novelet.
On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabriere. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries.
Yeah, that's
These
about
are the known
right.
facts about the case.
Ding, 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 bruh.
One with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when after that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing... Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information
like
about
I'm
the
gonna be
abilities of
wrong.
water from the primordial sea.
Navia, come on. You got this. What?
Yeah,
On dead murder spins to those so long. Yes. During the banquet, alternating guests heard 2 gunshots from courtyard, according to the Callus, who had a murder kill. Yeah, no, that's wrong.
testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out. However, in the end, he reconsidered and instead shared. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already
Yep. And the guests throughout the scene, they found Callus on the gun was according to Jacques. Still going. Damn.
This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot
messing
Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead.
Yep. Alright. The guard's investigation not covering the following. First shot must have missed, while the second. Yeah, okay. So. Damn it, okay.
A pile of clothing was found at the scene.
Okay,
but now it is clear that since it was.
Like,
Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder.
So that's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide...
But I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly...
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, do you have...
I'm afraid not.
Damn, we don't.
At least not at this very moment.
That's bad.
If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home.
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted cloak, we should be able to find a map. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all...
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette.
Why do I feel...
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself.
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. Then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified...
I've thought about this too,
she's already going to
and
die.
The answer is actually pretty simple. He felt that the dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true... My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to... At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no... What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic...
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next top.
What? If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter, but what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict... Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice? But by staying silent, we retained the ability to deter our opponents. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to... And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot.
So, you mean to say, your father intended...
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent. Clarand. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the... But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was...
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives in my line of work. I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live, or if they're looking to die. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended to leave the ring
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial...
Right? What she said was fascinating, but...
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearance?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of in my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques, and at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were all coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you
True.
suspected me. Even after hearing your... I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of...
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person? On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing?
Know what she can say to that.
I know that even with
is
that,
true.
you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigation. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action in addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when... But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
I do apologize, demoiselle.
No, it's not your fault.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family, could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable?
Seems like she got the wrong guy. At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared, but aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things. You'd have met most...
This isn't just about me. And the biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic... Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. And whose image? Is it a man named Vacher?
Huh.
Oh, shit. So you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Oh shit. Okay. We're back. That was this. I don't want to be here no more. I kind of want to. Hold on. I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
In this house. Yes. I wasn't in this house.
You were in the shop.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. Yes, we're in this house all the time.
pot of tea with a couple of nibbles, some seasonal greens, and a piping hot bowl of fresh kanji. That's a dope breakfast right there. The perfect way to start your day. Whether it takes me uphill, downhill, or out to the sticks, I get the goods from A to B. I'll even take them across the sea if needed. So don't worry, you're in safe hands. They don't call me the gold standard guard for nothing.
Alright. Why am I not? Oh, well, whatever. I like my party setup. Ooh. Yeah, I like my party setup.
Let's dance. Wheel of Life.
Thank you.
Whoa! The floor is going up! Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Did. I just don't want to even be here. I want to go back to the trial. Just a little more interesting, in my opinion. Not interesting, but entertaining.
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
Well, it's unlikely, but... Oh, snap. Yeah, 30 primos, whatever this is. Memory of running screen. Oh, okay. There might be... Oh, I shoot it. Am I supposed to do attack? Wait, what? Hold on. What am I supposed to do? Gotcha. Yeah. Let's go. Ooh, fills with water. Not enough where I can get up there though.
The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top.
Can we?
But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Yeah, that is true. Swimming on the water is actually pretty sick.
I'll protect
Thank you, Leno. Oh, wow. Perfect timing. That's good effect, so we have the water and the ice, right? So it makes plus fire and electric, it's just perfect. And Barbara and Chichi are both healers, so just tough. That one's dead. Fighting robot.
Let the show begin. Rise.
Bruh. Excuse me. Bro, could you stop hitting me? Please?
Let's dance.
No pain, no gain.
Oh, more. Okay, so maybe my characters aren't that weak, but they're still decent. Oh, he's be fighting like level 100.
The feeling's
That's
mutual.
so
I'll
insane.
protect us. Wheel of life.
I just need to get up there, like level attack power.
Now the path is clear. Let's go.
Alright. Let's heal real quick. Razor? Alright. This. Ooh, okay. I know it was that far of a drop. Almost. Wait, is this? Okay, welcome. Let's go. Yup. Make me a bridge, please. Oh wait, there's some more stuff. No, I need. Ooh.
Let's dance.
All right.
Life goes on.
Let's go. Let's go. Ooh. I just like that, man. Ooh. Not like that. Right. Oh, what is up, madness? It is going pretty well. They brought. Oh, okay. They brought me out of a case to fight people, which is not fun. I want to finish the case.
Hey, what gives?
Or trial. Sorry.
Let the show be wheel of life.
They brought me up a case to fight. But it's going well. It's 100% Marcel though. Like behind the whole guard robot thing. Definitely no doubt in my mind. That has so much health. Die. Thank you. Ow. Figure out beforehand, before I talk to Marcel, or before the case.
Life goes on.
Which one? The case? Yeah, I figured out before the case. I knew it was Marcel. He said one shot. Right? Because he has the bread, right? He has the money. And he said he only heard one gunshot, but there were two gunshots. So, you know, he was lying. Oh, well, bye-bye, Wolf. Is he still alive? Oh. No way, I jumped off to kill the dog. Okay.
Let's dance.
That's not cool. But yeah, it was... I found out it was Marcel before. It was pretty odd. He only said one gunshot when it was clearly two. Oh, it's not dead. Dang. Man, I'm having a heal. I'm taking a lot of damage.
After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum. Though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here. That's right. Then let's hurry up and find some evidence so we can get back to the Opera House and help Navia.
Alright, let's find some evidence against this fool. Look at everything.
What's all this? Some pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box.
Okay.
Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with different... Huh? You mean the girls from the series, and then they were
Sounds
turned
like
into
it.
water, and all the boxes
Oh,
of things,
yep.
these names. That means...
Yep. Discovered that. What else? There is more. This stuff over here.
Whoa! bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the mixing in progress. Ready to drink? Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep, it's...
Yup. That's one. There's another one right here.
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for research. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22.
Dang.
Sorry, traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just, how can someone write something that terrible in such a matter-of-fact tone?
Well, they're not just numbers. They were people.
Too scared to keep going.
They were people, but you know.
So that's why he did all of these experiments. Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments? So that's it! Vache was No, that's not it either! If that's the case, why would he want people to risk... In any case, Paimon will write it all down.
Vache was trying to figure out how to get his wife back, right? Or lover back? The ocean. I feel like there's more.
Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water. That means this is where they make all the synth. And that's special. If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth. But the pure stuff can dissolve a human. Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence. Let's see what's written here. Nothing escapes the... Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation. Yep, it's about finding someone to assassinate. This should prove the existence of the third person, right?
Yes, it should.
We still have not determined the old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made he can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely. I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
Yep. Alright, that makes sense of everything.
Almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were yeah. We haven't found anything that reveals his true identity. No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever it is probably destroyed everything that way. Even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit. Sure thing. Paimon!
Wait, what else do I have to look for? Oh, okay. Who would use humans as lab rats?
You take that side and Paimon will take this side. Check everything carefully. We'll find something for sure.
Someone desperate. Anyone come to mind?
Nothing at all.
Humans as a lab
Can't
rat.
even find snacks either.
It kind of sounds like something from Sumeru. We're talking
really?
God. But that's not really similar. The thief? No, the thief's irrelevant.
Isn't that Vache's lover's name? Then you found her diary. Let's see.
Humans as lab rats.
Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story. She was so sweet. So many! A whole page's worth! But they're all crossed out. Was she unhappy with all of them? The final name she decided on was Marcel. Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vacher and Venier's grown son?
Oh my god.
Hey!
Whoa, okay, that's sick. But who was?
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Huh.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone
I really don't know.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Navia! We're back!
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's all right, Monsieur Nervalette.
Remind it?
Given their confidence,
No,
I
I'm gonna
expect they've found the crucial
obsess over
evidence.
it, so I'll figure it out. Which evidence? Yeah, I have to know now. It's I don't know. Wait, evidence shows the chart in the wasn't it Mastermind? No.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that
She
you've
is different.
always been Vacher.
Wait, anyone chooses that?
Investigated your lair.
Yes.
After your lover, Venier, was dissolved, you kept
I'm
abducting
just saying,
and
it don't
created
take that long to
Marcel as a
find
new
who
identity and destroyed all
different
records.
case.
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectation.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this? Pay attention
Why
to
didn't
you. What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vinier's death, well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, you only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice. Your beloved Vinier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will follow. But I'm not from this blasted place. So I can't be dissolved. No matter what I do.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Do you all see? I can't go, I can't follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back? I did all of that, and in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! I still need to save Vinier. Vinier! Please, Vinier! Don't think badly.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Fine by me.
Child is
I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that...
Traveler, Please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and... The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher, and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover, Vignier. During an underwater expedition, Vignier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea, and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result. Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others, and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignier back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel, and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict after exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years. But although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vacher's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all. The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vacher.
Very light applause. I think that's it. More. Yeah, it's like a decades old case.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vacher is guilty.
Yep.
Guards! Take Vacher away.
Vacher away.
Good. It's what he deserves.
With that, the serial disappearances case is over now.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be...
Yippee! We helped Navia bring the bad guy to justice! He's hurt so many innocent people and now he's Huh? Are you okay?
It was still her own.
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
Day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come. You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
Yeah. Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner. See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to—
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
What now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh, come on.
So the charge is he's innocent.
Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for—
Please respect the laws of Fontaine.
He's a side character.
This is always—
all right, but this sure is a lot of hassle.
Is
all
he a
I
side
need to
character?
do is stand over there,
or is he
right?
innocent?
Let's just get this over with.
Character, but I would
Through
think
evidence
he's
presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
It's a long name.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia is guilty.
What? Hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent?
I'm doing a story quest right now. Hold on.
What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice? actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have
What?
you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the
Yes,
Oratrice might have just
maybe-
convicted him
oh,
on
no,
general
it's not a
principle?
Harbinger. Never mind.
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict. Guards,
That makes
please
no
take the
sense.
suspect into custody per court protocol.
That makes no sense. Child is innocent of this. Not of all things, but he's innocent of this. Oh, shit.
So
What you
this is
finna
how
do?
justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke.
Not... That was bad.
You've
He's
got
innocent.
your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
Well, now he's gonna be guilty of this, maybe? Maybe not. Guilty of destroying the auto box. Oh snap. Why isn't the Hydro Archon doing anything? He can help. Oh. Damn. Come on, he that fast.
I am sorry. If you have been
He
wronged,
healed that
we will find the
quickly.
truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Dumbass, move right? That was fast. He had a cut though. What's crazy is that I feel like Child's innocent of this. He's not innocent like at life, but in this case,
What's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the all I do is follow court procedure.
Why?
As for
So
why the
the-
Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
but it was right the other two times. Yeah, I don't know.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing. I don't know what happened there either.
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but that's...
Yeah, so are the
She
verdicts
did.
reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
Farina's the one who made the. Yeah, exactly.
Why, dearest citizens, did you really think
But it
we'd
was right the
allow
other
an
two times.
incorrect
So, like,
verdict
what?
to be handed out in this court? Don't tell me. You thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
However,
someone
given
tampered
the
with
state
it
of
like
things,
Lenny.
I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part and
Okay, she's just straight up lying.
for every performance. If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary. All shall be revealed in time.
Child
You will
directed.
come to understand my
Yes.
noble
Yes.
intentions, as well
But
as
he
the
is
absolute correctness of the
different
Oratrice's
from
verdict.
most of the others. But maybe
Now,
he
having
also
said
made a
that,
mistake when like
although
seeing how
I
it
hate
worked.
to leave
He might have
things
broke
hanging
something,
in
which is
suspense, it is now
likely.
time
So it
for
could
this
have. But then it was
performance to
just
end.
right. So that don't even make sense.
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
Unless he tampered with it.
So you're saying
Wait,
we
but
shouldn't...
that still wouldn't. I don't know.
She probably just put on that performance to save face.
But it wasn't
As
wrong
for the
with
truth,
exactly.
it's unlikely that she actually has any idea. However,
I have
please
no
be
clue.
assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect,
Alright. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take... After all, he's done plenty of bad stuff. So he should have known he'd go to prison someday, right?
Not for something he didn't do though, Paimon. He didn't do this. This wasn't him.
Let the show be. Life goes on.
Just wasn't him, man.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Stop him.
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
What?
Marcel!
You want,
what are
Bache?
you doing over here?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list.
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
No, but
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vache? I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? The Fountain of Lucine? Then... Please give me a chance to talk to her again.
No.
Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is...
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make...
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only...
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs?
Are you not?
Very well. I will grant your request.
Your Honor, I fear that...
But he said
I will go with
like
him.
He's not.
You do not need to worry about any escape.
Yeah.
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No, but that's a nice name. Like, what? What is this? Oh my gosh. What quest have I not done? I mean, okay, actually there's a lot. I mean, he's been in judge Fontaine for 5 years. Ooh! Okay, so he's not innocent. I have so many... I need to finish these world quests. Because they get in the way of my story quests. Which is bad. But I will do this. Go to the workshop, which is... where? It is... there? $500. That's crazy. Yeah, though he's definitely not human. 500 years, so insane. Hello, madam. Alright, this is dialogue I will not read. And he's subordinate, so no one thinks otherwise. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So he's definitely not here. Okay, so that was it. Can I go back to my world quest? Not world. What do I... Wait, hold on. What? I have to finish this? Lake Ridge. Yeah. Sure. Hold on. I have no clue what quest I'm supposed to do. This is very confusing. So I have to finish the chasm for something this totally not related to the chasm. just ruined the moment, right? Like, it's all because I'm not on top of my world quests. If I just done them when I'd gotten them, it wouldn't have been a problem. So now, after like 20-30 minutes of doing a world quest, I'm gonna have to go somewhere else. This is Charlotte. First name. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Oh, this is only 2 seconds in. Okay. I thought it was gonna be very long. Like, unnecessary long. Hello, Charlotte. What is she doing? What? Don't do that. You will not win that fight. It's from an event, but they added it since it adds a improvement. Okay. Wait, it's from an event that wasn't timed? Oh, she seems better. Okay, well, that was nice. Got a new camera. Now back to what I was doing. Yeah, if I'm right, you can do it even on combat. You usually take pictures of what you watch and such. Gosh. I don't know why we have to do that.
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well? Oh, in that case...
Vache.
Ah!
Yes, that's it! So you heard it too!
Vinier, it's me! It's me, Vache!
Vache? Vache.
I'm here! I'm here! Where are you, Vinier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
Hey, wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
What is he gonna do?
Vinier, is that you? It's me, Vache! Vinier!
Vache? Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me. You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
It's been more than 20 years. I've suffered for over 20 years since the day you left. All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. Nothing else mattered to me. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all? Vinier, you are my everything. I really don't know how...
But Vache, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
What are you saying?
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day. If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the Palais Mermonia itself. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone. It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
You... Wait, you are not Vignier. Who are you?
You're right. I am not Vignier. I am the sacrifices. Every woman who died by your hand. As our bodies dissolved, our consciousness
I'm so happy that wasn't funny. That would have been so bad.
Our thoughts
I mean, it's
circulated
still really
endlessly
bad,
within the primordial
but
sea.
it's not as bad.
And we were no longer individuals, but we became one. I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vignier.
It's not good.
But then,
But it would have been much
She
worse
doesn't want to
if
see you
Vignier was
anymore.
saying.
Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you.
No,
This is what
that's
you get for your
bad.
selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? You are a liar, a heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist. The only thing you are not is Vignier's beloved. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vignier's, she has had
No! Vignier!
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vignier. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her. She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you. Vache. Vache? Vache. 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 Vache.
Oh my gosh. They are pissed. They will kill you. Yeah. They're gonna kill you, bro. Damn. He died. Yeah, that's crazy. Damn. That's such a rough way to die. After being told you to love it, didn't love you anymore. Or she hated you? That's so bad.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
Yeah, that's true.
Ah, well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Even this
The
weather
end?
can't.
The
It's a
end?
pleasure to see
No
you both
way.
again.
At the end of that case, no, because Child is still
Oh,
in
now that I
prison.
believe.
Sounds like you're
For
really
custody.
enjoying life these days, Navia.
It's just been one thing after the other. I've been making everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. We never held a memorial when he first died, since everyone knew that this time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even
It does rain a lot.
Definitely been cleared.
It's been the dear.
Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there, and there was no way.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too?
Yeah, way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula, I believe the story was called The True. To be fair, though, it was a really flattering feature. So, we've been on pretty good terms ever since. She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that. She's always been super interested in that case, so now her wish has finally come true too.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence, that you...
Now that's another thing to look forward to. We trust Charlotte's skills with the pen for sure.
Oh, and in other news, I also took Clorand out for a meal.
Oh, are you two on better terms now?
Sounds like it.
While you were investigating Vashay's headquarters, Clorand gave testimony on my father's behalf. It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean, there's also no point in being awkward all the time.
Oh, that's great. Paimon also thought Clorand wasn't actually a bad person.
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade from the public. Oh, actually,
what is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave and tell him the truth. And on top of that, that includes
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
We want to go too. We also think Callus is a really admirable person.
Sure thing. I'd like you two to share the moment with me.
And in that case, everyone, let's be off. Considering the recent weather...
Yeah, you're right. It's been raining
Non-stop for a few days now? Wow. No, only from Julie's apartment.
This is where my father's grave is. To be perfectly honest, even I haven't been back here for a long time.
Huh? There's someone there already. Wait. That figure. It can't be...
Hmm?
Isn't that Nervalette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh?
Is he showing emotion? Or express whatever you want to call it.
My apologies. I should have asked before.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to... I wanted to show my father how much I've grown. But still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Nervalette. In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. Just what is justice anyway? There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be more important than their own lives. Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important, but Mr. Callus proved me utterly and decisively wrong. If not for his sacrifice, the serial Mr. Callus made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him. And in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all for the sake of justice. A justice that's higher than life itself. So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callus in person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days. That high and mighty chair in the Opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before. So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside.
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Didn't I just
Not
say
mine,
you don't need to
dude.
apologize?
Ah, so Navia and Nervalette seem to have made their peace as well. Let's not disturb them for
No.
now. We can wait till after they're done.
It's not raining.
Paimon's never paid respects at someone's grave before. Did Paimon... Huh? Oh, Paimon didn't know that was a thing. But Paimon doesn't know what she would do if she... Oh, no. Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be... Anyway, Nervalette is still standing around there. It's not often imagine that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't talk to Lady Farina, we can at least talk to him, right?
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
Mm-hmm. We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I see, I see. Then is there something that I can help you with?
Well, it's pretty hard to run into you like this, since you're usually super busy.
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and that the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne, but does that appropriately summarize the version?
That's right! It was Linny that told us back then.
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy directly. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon?
2 parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels, and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. We should be more vigilant, and stay on the watch for further signs. Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, if the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina.
But with Farina being the way she is, can we really trust her to—
Is there anything else you'd like to— Your sibling, another blonde-haired traveler. If she ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure she followed our laws to the letter, and had no— Is there anything else you'd like?
So, at court, the bad guys referred to that special water as water from the primordial—
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vacher and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after— There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea. You could say it nurtured much of the life on this planet.
Huh. So it really was where everything began—
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vacher discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
Huh. So that's how it is. Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was known to engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour? To be frank, that also doesn't match my understanding of this world and its laws. There must still be— Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? My apologies. My investigation. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered—
But you also—
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness. Which is all to say, I have been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
Huh. So when Linny told us that he heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's core is stored—
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time. If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no-holds-barred—
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
No. That Three Harbinger in jail? Don't think the other two ways will let this one slide.
Very
Probably
well.
not.
It was my honor to provide you. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work.
All right. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
It has stopped. It has indeed stopped. Quest completed.
You know, we've been walking around for a while now. Why don't we go back to the Spina di Rosula base in the court of Fontaine and have a rest? Navia said something about having a place ready for us there, didn't she? Come on.
Why do I have like 50 quests? I have these. Okay, these are just for those. Okay, those are just bad. There's something here. I didn't see. And there was Child and Ignore. There was Sakamoshi Ignore. In Sumeru, there was Fontaine, Child. And who would be the other Fatui Harbinger? That's a good question. I have no idea. Although I do know that I should probably claim my stuff from the adventure. I have no idea who I'm gonna be. What's next?
Ad
I'm gonna
Astra
continue the
Abyssos.
story after
Thank you for
claiming this
completing
stuff.
today.
No bullshit.
Ad Astra Abyssos.
And claim that. This has been 3 hours? Oh shit, it has been 3 hours. I mean, yeah. My stream schedule's pretty inconsistent. Sometimes I'll stream for like a week or two, and then others I'll stream for like 3 weeks every day. So it's decently inconsistent. But yeah, for like the next half hour or so, I'm just gonna continue the story. As almost like a metal thing.
Yep,
Sounds
it's
good,
real,
yeah.
and it's empty and waiting for us as promised. Navia is such a good person. Now that the serial disappearances case has been solved, no one's going to come after us for anything. Why don't we stay and rest up here for a while? Even machines in Fontaine need to stop and recharge now and then. Oh, come on! This place isn't that bad. Besides, how often do we get to stay in an actual base? Oh, fine. Remember that detective story Paimon read before? Well, the author is about to release a new book, so Paimon wanted to buy... Then it's agreed. Come on, let's get some sleep. We'll need to be up first thing in the morning to get in line and buy a copy. Paimon didn't expect that style at all. Even though it's a detective novel, it's also like... no! Paimon just spends a bit more time sleeping than you. That...
Excuse me, but do you know if the Traveler and Paimon are lodging here?
Huh?
You them.
Who are you? Paimon doesn't recall seeing you before.
A blonde traveler and a chatty little fairy. Looks like I found the place. Good thing I am.
Hey, what do you mean by chatty? Paimon's always careful not to talk too much.
It's an honor to meet you both. I was sent from the Palais Mermonia. Monsieur Neuvillette wishes to see you. It's...
Neuvillette? He wants to see us again already?
I am not privy to the details. It would be best if you came to the Palais Mermonia.
If you say...
now that I've delivered the message.
Thanks! We haven't left the room for a few days, so we'll head over with...
Alright. We have this. Let's see, how many Paimon gems do I have? I want to do 44 for Ganyu. I can do 30 pulls right now. I would need another 1,322 more. I have 5 days. I have 5 days. Okay, it's probably unlikely that I get 1,328 more. Damn, yeah, it's decently unlikely. So I'll probably just do a pretty big pull for whoever's in the next game. Whoever that is. Or just put all of them into standard, which would be pretty steep. It's like buys them.
We're here! Did you want to see us about something? Huh? Why were you just standing there? You daydreaming or thinking something over?
Yes, I did send someone to fetch you. But as for what I'd like to discuss next, well, I still have some reservations.
Given that we've already made the trip here, you should just tell us. Bet you need us to help you with something, right?
I do indeed have something I'd like to ask you to do. However, you should wait until after I tell you the details, then the situation is this. If I'm understanding you correctly, the Snezhnayan Harbinger known as the Knave has essentially requested a diplomatic meeting with you, correct? I heard that she was originally from Fontaine, but for her to suddenly arrive here and abruptly request such a meeting like this, I sincerely advise you to refuse her invitation outright. I'm sure you're aware that her purpose is most likely related to Child's recent predicament. We convicted one of the Snezhnayan Harbingers in a court of law, but we have yet to provide any form of detailed report on the matter. I believe we should adopt an evasive stance until we can provide a proper explanation.
No, we shouldn't. I think we should agree to the meeting.
Oh?
Well, you see, we are the ones that owe an explanation. It's like a fight between two friends. If they don't agree to—
Though diplomatic relations between Fontaine and Snezhnaya could be considered as friendly, it is only superficially so. You wouldn't go so far as to say that our nations are—
It was just an analogy.
Moreover, even if we were to talk in person, if we don't have sufficient information prepared—
I don't think we should overthink those possibilities yet. Besides, you'll be at the meeting. If any
I must clarify that interacting and communicating with people outside of court is not my cup. But more importantly, when did I agree to join the meeting with you?
Exactly.
You mean you won't come? No, that won't do. I can't go to the meeting alone. You have to accompany me.
Lady Farina, could there be something else regarding this matter that is being kept from me?
No, not at all. Look, I am the Hydro-Archon of Fontaine.
Don't blame her.
Focalor, the god of justice who is loved and adored by many.
Her alone.
So I only hope that justice will be served in this matter. Don't overthink it.
Though it could officially be considered a diplomatic
Oh,
conference,
she said
I
the
prefer to see our
name.
meeting today as an ordinary tea party.
Child in the name.
I assume you see it the same way, Miss Farina?
I assume she's the fourth, yeah. Child in the name. It's crazy.
Lady Farina?
Yes, that's right. Just like you said, a tea party. I should thank you for providing the pastries. They look delectable. To make this tea party even more—
It's a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Neuvillette. I was born in Fontaine, so naturally, there's no need to introduce the nation's revered Eudex to me.
Hello. The pleasure is also mine.
First, I would like to thank the two of you. I'm often away on business outside of Fontaine, and I'm told that the children of the House of the Hearth have been well taken care of by you. Oh, I'm not referring to when my children, Linny and Lynette, were falsely accused by you. Please don't misunderstand. The children of the House of the Hearth are often misunderstood, perhaps due to the reputation of the Fatui.
Right?
There's no getting around that. All I meant to say is that Fontaine has been stable in recent years. The people, that is something truly worth cherishing, and no one wishes to disrupt such peace.
She knows?
Now then, you have come regarding the matter of...
Well, yes. It appears the ever-busy Eudex Nouvillette doesn't wish to waste time with diplomatic pleasantries, and hopes that we can get... Yes. As you surmised, understanding Child's situation is indeed one of the goals of this trip. As we are both diplomats from Snezhnaya as well as Fatui harbingers, Child and I have always been colleagues. Were anything to happen in Fontaine, each of us would serve as the other's attorney to resolve the issue. So now, in my capacity as his attorney, I request that Child be turned over to Snezhnaya. We have a responsibility to cooperate with Fontaine and resolve what has happened to him together.
The rules governing attorneys only apply before a trial has concluded. Since a verdict has already been rendered, we see the case.
An outright refusal. Okay, why don't we back up a step? You don't need to transfer Child to us. I only request to enter the fort. It's not like you couldn't even manage to fulfill a simple request like that. Right, Miss Farina?
About that.
The fortress of Meropide has always been completely autonomous. Even we have no authority to interfere there, and diplomatic issues do not suffice as an excuse. However, if you absolutely must confirm the situation of the Harbinger, I have a proposal.
The knave showed up already? Well, Linny did say we didn't even know that Linny was from the House of the Hearth at the time. So we...
Yes, thank you for your kind advice. I also noticed that Lady Farina acts a little odd and unnatural whenever I bring up matters related to the knave.
Could the knave be threatening Lady Farina or something?
If that were the case, then why wouldn't Lady Farina inform me? And what means could the knave possibly have to twist the arm of an Archon?
So maybe that's not very likely. Even though Farina...
In reality, this problem is even more thorny than it appears. According to reports from the fortress of Meropide, the details are still unclear. We cannot rule out an escape, but there have also special guards oversee the fortress, and its internal systems are extensive. Combined with the special characteristics of the surrounding terrain, an escape should not be possible. I suspect that there's something else behind. I was only willing to share this information with you because you are friends of Child, and it is my duty to...
So this is what you wanted to see us...
Yes. I would like you to go to the Fortress of... This was my proposal during our meeting with the knave. Rather than allowing her to intervene, I offered to send someone to find out about Child's situation and report back. The knave did not seem satisfied by my proposal, but she still agreed to go along with it for the time being. Her words were...
So that means we bought ourselves some time!
Firstly, you're already acquainted with Child. Your eyes may discern relevant details there. And secondly, is the consideration of the unique...
Isn't it just Fontaine's
I would not define it so crudely. The Fortress of Meropide is not affiliated with the court system of... Early in Fontaine's history, criminals were punished with exile, not imprisonment. Even today, sentences against The Fortress of Meropide may seem like a prison, but it should in fact... All we do is dispatch guards to keep watch and help maintain security. But although I do have a personal relationship with the administrator there, neither myself nor the courts have the right...
Oh! Paimon gets it now! That's why you...
Correct. I will arrange false charges against you so that you may secretly investigate inside the fortress during your detention. This will save us... So, are you two willing to accept my proposal?
So I'm going to accept false charges to go see what happened to Child. So for all the rest of Teyvat knows, I am a criminal.
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, it seems we're the best
False.
choice.
You two have my sincere
So it
thanks.
depends on what he charges
This matter
us.
is of critical importance. We will rendezvous at the Fortress of Merope's end.
Prepared ourselves.
Perhaps you could enjoy a good meal and have a nice bath.
Oh, right! Even though, on second thought, is it too...
Please do not worry. Since you are sacrificing both your time and quality of life for you will be compensated according to the...
Now that's more like it!
Are you leaving now? In that case, please take this cake.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so like what I do want to know like what false charges, because like they might not be false depending. I hope they're false, obviously.
Leaving the Ministry of External Relations.
You know I'm down for cake, right? Cake sounds really good. Personally, I prefer anything chocolate, so like brownies, chocolate ice cream, cake, chocolate cookies. Like it's all dessert. It is all dessert. Okay, so yeah, I haven't really seen too many savory things.
Paimon will have that, and that. Oh, and one of those too. A new Fontaine, thank you. That cake was pretty good. But as soon as Paimon remembered that we were about to go to prison, Paimon's stomach suddenly became completely empty. Now that Paimon thinks about it, we've always been super careful ever since we arrived, but here we are, about to willingly send ourselves off to the fort. Let's just try our best to investigate everything quickly once we get there. Paimon does it.
Oh,
Camera.
what is that I
Charlotte?
hear?
Yeah.
Is it the taste?
Hey! You can't hear a taste!
Oh, don't remind me. I invited an eyewitness to a case to eat here, and I was planning to get some great... calm down, calm down. This is nothing new. As a journalist, you should be used to this by now. As long as you can score some juicy tidbits from the trap...
You know we can still...
Never mind. It's nothing.
No way! We would never! We just... Oh no, Paimon almost forgot that Neverlet told us to keep it a secret!
Huh? Oh. But now that I think about it, I suppose that's not...
You mean Paimon really did something that serious? Sorry, Paimon really messed up.
Well, in that
That's what it
case,
was?
it's nothing particularly newsworthy after all. Oh, how disappointing.
Really?
Oh, right. There's still
That's
a chance.
crazy.
Since you're going...
About that...
Oh, it's nothing difficult. All you have to do is think of a way to get some time. He was awarded the honorary title of Duke in Fontaine. So on top of that, the Fortress of Meropide has never been under the jurisdiction of the courts. Practically... Oh, if I could write an exclusive article about...
You make it sound easy, but it really depends.
Of course. I wouldn't ask you to do it for free. So this meal is on me.
All right, you got a deal. We'll do anything you want.
Then
Okay,
it's settled.
Paimon, chill
The food
out.
should be here any second, right? Huh? Wait, just how much did
A
you
lot.
order?
A lot. Enough that you might be in debt after this meal.
Oh, Paimon's so full. Well, guess we have nothing to regret now, so let's get going.
Well, it's time to go to jail. Don't really want to go to jail.
Wait. Paimon just said something really ominous, didn't she?
Hold on, do I have enough sigils for this? I have 6. None. There's so much to do in Genshin. How you don't explore? For the past few days, I have been strictly doing story quests. I haven't been exploring, getting chests. That's what I've been doing for like the entire time I've been playing it. it's been strictly like story related, and story related, and then getting my characters to higher levels. So like I haven't explored. Did we even do the main event this patch? What event? Was it the not the opera, if you're talking about the New Year's event, I did that. To Lantern, right? Yeah, I did the Lantern, right? I did that. That was the one thing, like, non-story related I did do. But, like, for the entirety of me playing Genshin, I have not focused anywhere outside of the story. That's why I have so many world quests. I have so many world quests. But yeah, that's about been the extent of my play. Cause I have to catch up, you know? Story-wise, I'm like behind. Very behind. Playing-wise, I'm very behind. My character's only 70. Alright, moving back.
Alright, Neverlet, we're ready. Is this where the entrance is?
You have come, just as promised. Yes, this is the one and only entrance to the fortress of Meripede from Araneus. Careful. You may want to step back a bit.
Whoa! So you have to go down from here?
Oh.
Is the prison
okay.
underwater?
Utilizing both the barrier of the water as well as the fear humans have of the depths, the fortress of Meripede is naturally the perfect place to confine and guard criminals. But do not worry. It is not nearly as frightening inside as you may think. You will see for yourselves once you are down there.
Paimon hopes you're right. Don't know about you, but just thinking about being at the bottom of the sea like that gives Paimon the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, and there's one more thing. I mentioned that I have had personal dealings with the administrator of the fortress, Wriothesley. He's a very shrewd fellow.
Yeah, we heard about him too. He's that Duke, right?
Correct. He is the highest-ranking manager of the underwater prison. Even though you are going there to investigate at my behest, it would behoove you to avoid any confrontation with him or any of his subordinates. The Duke rarely ever leaves the fortress of Meripede, but that does not mean he is not privy to all that is happening inside and outside the fortress. He is quiet, but not unaware, so please bear that in mind. All right, it's about all the time that we have to talk privately. I'm counting on you two.
Don't worry, we won't let you down.
Good. Madeline!
I'm here, Monsieur Nervalet. These two are the newest convicts, I presume? Don't worry, they won't escape on my watch.
Like we would try.
Please follow me, you two. I'll process your paperwork for entering the Fortress of Meripede.
Okay, so continue the conquest, make off the I didn't even fully read it, I just found it. It's fine though. Looks like I'm going to prison.
Are we already underwater now?
So, Paimon.
So this is what it feels like to be a criminal in Fontaine.
You two seem to be taking this pretty well. It's rare to see convicts in such a good mood.
Hold it.
Monsieur Nervalet personally requested I escort these 2 convicts. I suppose he was concerned others might not be up to the task.
Well now, aren't you the lucky one?
Fair.
Must be nice
Well, have you tried service with a smile? Who knows? It might help your professional reputation.
Yeah, right. As if. Every criminal comes through here looking miserable. How can I smile with such a toxic work environment? And even if I did smile at them, the convicts would probably just think that I'm some freak getting some kind of twisted enjoyment from their pain.
Oh, she's got a point.
Well, I've finished transferring you. You 2 will register here.
Yep. I'll take it from here. You head on back to that bright and sunny
Someone's very sad.
Okay, let me see.
That would be us!
Present.
Let me confirm your charges and sentence. Eating a cake specially prepared for the Archon by a Snezhnayan envoy without the Archon's permission, thereby incapacitating the political center of Fontaine for a brief period. Sentence, 45 days?
Huh? Wait! You mean the cake that
She gave us the cake that put us in prison?
Just looking at the charges, it seems you 2 are capable of causing some serious trouble.
Serious trouble? Like, what trouble, bro? Nova that really gave us that cake.
And considering how fond Lady Furina is of sweets, this crime is tantamount to trying to assassinate the Hydro Archon herself.
Assassinate the Archon for eating a cake?
Now I've seen everything. Anyway,
that's
we still need to
crazy.
finish processing you before you can enter the Fortress of Meripede.
Fair.
Please stand in
but
front of the
like,
board over
over
there.
cake,
I'll take your mug shots with my camera.
Oh, alright. But be sure to catch Paimon's good side.
Let them eat cake? That's why Paimon doesn't need to eat everything, man. Oh, Paimon. Mugshot time. Yo, get my good side. Bruh.
And we're done. Thank you for your cooperation. Next, someone will be along to guide you inside the fortress. Please be sure to cherish this opportunity for rebirth.
Huh?
She seems so miserable.
Isn't that a little much? We're only gonna be here for 45 days!
You 2 are the new inmates, right? Follow me.
Oh, okay! Paimon is Paimon and this is the Traveler!
Save it. Not like I remember.
That's crazy though. You on jail for eating the cake that Nova that gave us. Crazy. So they're not even false charges. We did do. Paimon did do that. Paimon should be in prison. Not me. Paimon should be doing this. I should be fine.
So, are you one of the guards here?
Yeah. Everyone's quiet. Mean.
Did Paimon already ask something?
Why should I tell you anything? What's in it for me? This is exactly why I can't stand you fish. I wouldn't even be doing this if it weren't for the credit coupons.
Credit coupons?
I mean, like...
Alright,
really
seeing
do
as you're not
anything.
the annoying kind
She
that's
ate
getting
the
dragged in
whole
here crying
cake
and blubbering,
by herself.
I guess I can tell you a few things. But next
Yeah,
time,
if she
it'll
wasn't
cost you some
a
coupons.
glutton,
Mora
then we
means
have
nothing here.
some.
Here, we use credit coupons. Coupons can get you almost anything in the Fortress of Meripede. Desires? Fulfilled. You want power? No problem. Coupons can even change fate itself.
So, credit coupons are a currency?
It's not as simple as that. Like Moret said, everyone gets a chance at rebirth. No matter how much money
Yes.
or power you had before, it means nothing once you set foot inside the Fortress of Meripede. You have to start over and earn your coupons. Everyone starts from the same place, and you have a chance at a new, less terrible life. I guess that's the real purpose of the coupons. They symbolize true fairness and true justice. And this is also exactly why so many criminals choose not to return to the outside world, even after they've served their sentence.
Oh, so that's what the Fortress of Meripede is like. Huh. Paimon was under the impression that it'd be more like a prison.
It certainly ain't all sunshine and roses here, but it's also not the worst place to be. You'd better take a good look at the scenery now. It'll be the last chance you get for a while. After being away from the sunlight for so long, even the terrifying depths of the sea start to feel like home. It just stops feeling oppressive, you know? Oh, I'm actually an inmate like you two. Welcoming newcomers is a job I've picked up to earn some...
No answer.
Why aren't you answering us again?
I've told you enough for free. Any more info is gonna cost you.
So all you care about is Mora! Wait, no. Coupons?
Almost there. It's down through here. Your turn to give it a try.
Boom booms and eyes, and boom booms and mouth. And I need to tighten up that part.
Where am I going? You doing a Discord? Yeah, like a Discord? Yeah, eventually. I need to make one, like, now. It's kind of necessary. Wait. I'll make one most likely Friday, Saturday, one of those days. Friday or Saturday. Where am I supposed to go though? There's a lift somewhere, right? Yeah, that place can be amazing sometimes.
A pot of tea with a couple of nibbles, some seasonal greens, and a piping hot book.
So, we're going even deeper now? Just how deep down are we?
It's like a metaphor for your previous life, isn't it?
Our lives weren't that bad.
I'm still going down? I'm over here answering messages. Yeah, I'll probably make one like Friday or Saturday. When I have like free time. Or, yeah, Friday or Saturday. Usually when I'm the less busy. I have no clue how to make one though. I'll have to look at it.
So this is the actual entrance to the Fortress of Meripede? Huh. It looks like there are other new arrivals too.
Restaurant.
Oh, they sure don't look happy. Maybe we look too relaxed for fresh convicts. Oh, right. We're on someone else's territory now. If we're discovered, even Nervalette might not be able to rescue us. Hey! Don't scare Paimon! Oh, Paimon's not ready for all this.
I have no clue what I would even call it.
Look, I don't really know you. And I have no idea what kind of crime you committed, but... You wouldn't have happened to anger someone important, did you?
Someone important?
Like I have a channel.
Paimon doesn't think so. Wait, why are you suddenly trying to talk to us now?
Now's not the time to worry about that. Anyway, it's over there, so you just go on over there. But
Damn, I overthink a lot.
What was that all about? Wait a second. Are there usually so many garter mechs around here? They're already onto us?
We better not have to
Prisoners
fight.
number
Oh,
7459
okay.
and 7560. Welcome. Oh, no need to be anxious.
Damn.
These Gardamex aren't here to attack you. In fact, they're here as your honor guard. When I heard that you were friends of Monsieur Neuvillette, I had the Gardamex come and wait in formation.
Wait, you know about our connection with Neuvillette?
The seafloor isn't as cut off from the world as you might imagine. However, I'm afraid that I know nothing more than that you are friends of the Udex. And as you can see, committing a crime means being sentenced here, even if you're friends with the Chief Justice. Quite fair.
The Duke! Greetings, Your Grace. Lovely weather today, isn't it?
Oh, greetings, my good fellow. Well, I'm willing to imagine that the weather is as good outside the sea as you say it is. How great it would have been if only the Fortress of Meripede had been built on the coast, huh? It would have been so convenient to enjoy a nice chat in the sunshine.
Sounds so carefree.
My profuse apologies.
So this is the Duke.
The Traveler and Paimon, correct? Mr. Deacon here was responsible for... Outstanding. Well, Deacon, I recall we discussed fate during our last work meeting, I believe that fate will reward all those who take every aspect of their work. And when you return to your bunk, you'll find the guards have issued some extra credit coupons to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Your Grace. Oh, and you too. I can't believe you gave me such praise. If you need anything in the future, anything.
Well, I believe that concludes the introductions. We've already taken...
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take my leave now.
Please, follow me. To make you feel more welcome, I'll show you around the various facilities of the Fortress of Meripede. I hope it'll help you adjust to life here.
He's going to personally give us a cure? Huh. Paimon, no wonder Charlotte's so interested in him. He's one of those mysterious types. Alright, let's keep up with him.
Alright, well, I'm going to talk to this dude at the cafeteria, and then I'm going to get off.
There's no need to be so reserved. The label of criminal is nothing but one of many identities. And being criminally inclined here at the Fortress is just one of many ways to survive.
Is it really okay for the warden to think like that? We're real criminals, you know. What if we're too difficult to handle?
You ate cake, Paimon.
Well, then
you'll be fine.
Maybe you'll be able to carve out a name and a place for yourselves in this underwater world, But before you go in swinging, please remember that in the Fortress of Meripede, it's better to not cause trouble for yourself or for the guards. Now, we've arrived at a very important place, the Coupon Cafeteria.
Welfare meal? You mean...
That's right. Criminals are essential to Fortress operations, so we must guarantee that they at least have the basic means to survive.
But that's not how it was. Back in the day, it cost you credit coupons just to get a fish like you who just arrived with nothing. You'd have to go to work hungry until you earned enough coupons to eat. It was only after His Grace became the administrator that now everyone gets a square meal every day, even no-good slackers who've never picked up a wrench in their whole lives. Nobody starves to death here.
In the Fortress of Meripede, credit coupons are the only currency, and everything must be purchased. In some sense, you could say using the coupons is a form of trade, but trade is always conducted by people. So if we want trade here to prosper, we need... If nobody could even afford a meal, then the whole fortress would be up in arms. And that would only make... So, rather than saying that we're giving everyone a free meal here...
Your Grace's reasoning is correct, but whatever the case, hard work is rewarded here. You'd be hard-pressed to find anywhere...
Right! Paimon sees your point, but... Oh, wait, no. We shouldn't drop our guard so quickly. But it seems...
let's continue this way.
Alright. Alright. Well, that's it for me tonight. Good night, Madness. I'll see you probably Friday or Saturday.
Whether it takes me uphill,
Maybe
downhill,
tomorrow,
or
I
out
don't
to
know.
the sticks,
But,
I get the goods from A to B. I'll even take him across the